I've abandoned my child. Massacre is probably the right word. But like, intentionally massacred. It's not bad drawing. It's a weird take on Baby Yoda. Today we're doing style swap on my good friend Baby Yoda, which I realized in retrospect is a terrible choice because Baby Yoda is so hard to draw. But whatever, we don't have to do good things, right? We just have to do things. That was really meaningful. We're doing Baby Yoda style swap. So I drew a OG Baby Yoda. I overdid the shading on the lip on this one. It makes me very mad every time I look at it, but it is what it is. We're gonna do style swaps. And look, I set up for us today a wheel. So I collected all the styles that we had so far on here. So I've got Steampunk, Adventure Time, Kawaii, Keith Haring, Lionless, Salvador Dali, Simpsons, and Superhero. If you have any other suggestions, right now is the time to throw it in there. We're gonna throw Emo Baby Yoda in there, okay? Emo. 3, 2, 1, go! Oh no. Oh, Betsy, you got your wish. I don't know how we're gonna do this, by the way. This is an example of a Salvador Dali painting. He also does some wild, absolutely absurdist things. So I think we have to go like absurdly, maybe melty. Okay, so we've got this lovely little thing. Yeah. You hear the stress in my voice? No, you shouldn't hear the stress in my voice. It'll be fine. There was a moment there, just a moment where I was like, I don't know what I'm gonna do, but I have a plan now. We're actually gonna have to do some construction to make sure we do this right. All right, so the first thing we wanna do is straight up have some kind of edge for him to sit on. Okay. So the edge that Baby Yoda is gonna be sitting on is going to be the pod. Don't worry about my line quality. We have all the time in the world to make better and worse lines. So we're gonna make that thin for a second so that we can start to construct our Baby Yoda. Now, what we're gonna have here is very drippy he's gonna need like a drippy sort of hand coming out here. All right, so then we need to like I appreciate as well that Salvador Dali works infinitely long hours on beautifully articulated art, and we are not going to end up doing quite that. All right, so let's get our tool out here. We have an advantage here. Working with digital art, we can select this, we can distort this even more. We'll get some outlines here so we can do a little bit of like effort. I'm just counting down the days to the Mandalorian season 3. Alright, now we need to start getting some of these shapes in. My poor melty boy. What has happened to him? You have become melted. You will be one of the melted. I've abandoned my child. Massacre is probably the right word. But like, intentionally massacred. It's not bad drawing. It's a weird take on Baby Yoda. You know, they're beautiful. I'm going to Alberta actually at the beginning of April for 2 weeks to see my in-law, sister-in-law, and brother-in-law, and my nieces and nephews who live out there. I've not even met 3 of them. We were all born during COVID time. So I'm excited to go out and see the mountains again because they're gorgeous, and you can't really. The Rockies are just so wonderfully and beautifully put together. You just can't really capture them unless you're there, you know? Like, just has so much variety from coast to coast. You know, you've got British Columbia with the beautiful ocean and the Rocky Mountains. You've got the prairies that are just a unique experience. I guess they are sort of similar to places like, you know, the Midwest of the States, but there's something about them that they're so incredibly flat that they're unique to experience. Not particularly fun to drive through, but you know. In Ontario, you've got the Canada Shield and the Great Lakes, and just so much water and interesting rock croppings. And then the East Coast, you've got that sort of goes for Quebec too. The East Coast, you've got just such wonderful rock cuts. We're just evoking some of the shapes here to give our liquid a little bit more. I think all right. I think we've got the foundations of our Salvador Dali Baby Yoda. It's going to need to be colored, which I'm not going to be able to do on stream because it's going to take me a really long time because it's painted, right? It's painterly, and painterly, like cell shading is one thing in terms of easiness and simplicity. All right, it's time for a new style, friends. I gotta tell you, friends, and this is from the bottom of my heart, I did not expect so many actual art concepts to make its way into the style swaps. I was thinking like people would pick TV shows that they like cartoons or things, and I'm happy to do these ones. Don't get me wrong. I'm just saying, whew, we are making this a tough journey. Okay, Todd McFarlane missed this one. We'll have to get him on the next one. There you go, Ray. Steampunk wins this one. Let's just type steampunk. Let's get some like ideas flowing in our brain. So steampunk, for what kind of things we might want to identify with, right? By the way, I have no idea what any of these pictures look like. So some of the things about steampunk is that like needs goggles. Yeah, it needs goggles. There's like an ornateness, a lot of belt buckles, I think, if we look at some of these. Props, I think we'll probably give him a lightsaber or something to give him something more techy. So, okay. I'm gonna leave this up for me, but I'm gonna take it off the screen. We're gonna do construction mode again because I think this one's gonna take a little bit more skill. First of all, we're gonna need some like goggles, right? Okay, so big eye goggle. If we want to be extra cheeky, we could borrow from some of these and like have like a little bit of sort of styling to them. Now, how do you make a hat more steampunky? Let's type in steampunk hat and see what we get. Oh, look, it's on top. Has that been on top this whole time? I hope not. Has it? Maybe nobody's watching anymore. So it didn't matter. Oops. Oh well. Oh yeah, so we can do a much more Victorian style for sure. So a Victorian cloak does something more like this. And we keep his like pseudo thing like this, but make like belt buckles that go across. We'll give him a robotic set of claws. Does look like I gave him a fedora, which says a lot about him as a person. Perfect. All right, this is our steampunk Baby Yoda. Steampunk Baby Yoda, complete with goggles, metal-plated hats with chains, big feather, lots of buckles, robot hand. Well, and for now, until I get a chance to render him, that's going to be our steampunk Baby Yoda. What do we think? You happy? Did we do it? Look, Ma, I did it! He's perfect. Never has a truer form of my good boy been born. Thank you, Ray. I've been working a lot on line art. It has spunk. Yeah, the thick lines give a lot of character, don't they? All right, let's put him onto the Pantheon with the others. Let's take a look at our Baby Yodas of the day. We've got our Salvador Dali Baby Yoda. We've got our Baby Yoda in a lineless style of My Dear Friend Now. And of course, we got the OG original Baby Yoda. Who's your favorite, friends? Let us know. They are what they are. Lots of feelings to be had about them, I think, to be sure. I already forgot about Melted Baby Yoda. Yeah, he is a delight, whatever he is. Let's go through what we did today. Have fun. First of all, thank you so much for being here today. We think you're awesome. I think you're fantastic. We are excited that you're here. Thank you for joining me. If you're a subscriber, if you're a bits giver, if you're just here, it's so nice. Disastrous and wonderful Baba Yodas, which I will work on rendering and hopefully get out there to the internet soon. I'll put some of the line art and stuff we made today in the Discord. You can always join to stay updated on the schedule and on stuff that we're doing. If you're a subscriber, you get even further in. But for now, friends, I think that's going to be it for us. So let me say to you, thank you for being here. It's a delight to hang out with you. I hope you had a good time. And of course, till next time, friends, keep being awesome.